So welcome back to Ego, the skill provider. So same things like our ultimate destination is how to speak English naturally. We are supposed to speak English as a natural process. We don't want to deviate from our path. Many times in the past, like those who have been attending the class for more than 3 months, those attending for last 15 days, I always tell the same things. Like you have to speak error free English, you have to speak English confidently, you have to speak English, something else fluently, and the last but not the least, you are supposed to speak English naturally. Whenever I say natural process, that means you are supposed to speak English in such a way that it's very natural, means effortless English. You are supposed to speak English effortlessly. That's the things required. And for that, what you have to do, you have to follow the rules. Some rules and regulations is there, and this is the things, this is our rules. Okay, so if you just check it out correctly, and you can easily check it out. Like natural means you are supposed to learn idioms, binomials, expression, collocation, phrasal verbs. Some phrasal verbs I have given, but today I need to take another phrasal verbs into account because that's very important. You guys are not using phrasal verbs in your spoken English, and that's not looks very natural. If you're not using it, so it not looks very natural English. You are supposed to speak English naturally. It's a natural process. Look, you are speaking Oriya, very natural. You are speaking in Oriya, but whenever you are trying to speak English, you are struggling a lot. You are not getting the right kind of words. Something is going for a toss. Why? It's because happening because you are not using these five parameters. The five things you are not using it. You are very much focused on error free English. You are very much interested in how to speak English confidently. You are very interested to speak sir more fluency maintain karibar ache. I want to speak English fluently. But how fluency will come unless until you are trying to use it something called idioms, binomials, expression, collocation, and phrasal verbs. And we are completely forgetting using all such five parameters. Collocation somewhat okay because you are able to use it. But whenever it comes to phrasal verbs, you guys are not using phrasal verbs very frequently. And that's the problem. And today, I just want to give you what is the importance of phrasal verbs and one or two phrasal verbs I'm going to discuss and their proper uses in your day-to-day life. Okay. So what is more important? This is the importance of phrasal verbs. Importance of phrasal verbs. Why you are supposed to use? You have a notion, you have a very wrong notion. The phrase is required only for from the written point of view or for exam point of view, which is absolutely not. ଆପଣ ଯଦି ଭାବୁଛନ୍ତି ଯେ ଫ୍ରେଜାଲ ଭର୍ବ ଟା କେବଳ ଖାଲି ଆମେ କୋଉଠି ରିଟିନ ଏକ୍ସାମ ଦେଲେ ସେଇଠି ପଡିବ, ଅଫ୍ କୋଉଠି ଲଗେଇବା, ଅନ୍ କୋଉଠି, ଇଟ୍ସ ନଟ୍ ଲାଇକ୍ ଦ କେସ୍. Look, they are extremely common in spoken English. Very common. People use a lot of things. If you're watching a good Hollywood movie, you can find a lot of phrasal verbs, and we have a problems understanding the phrasal verbs. You are not using it most of the time. How many of you are telling like I am looking for? You are telling I'm looking for. No, you are not supposed to say I'm looking for. You have to say it. Something else. I'm just trying to find a words. No, this is something else that you are supposed to use. So what is more important? Importance of phrasal verbs we are going to discuss. They are extremely common in spoken English. Phrasal verbs upon jete spoken English ago kaive, you are supposed to use some natural process. The first one. They'll help you to express yourself as a lot more easy. Easiness is there. କାହିଁକି ନା କେତେ ଗୁଡେ verbs ଅଛି ଯୋଉଠି କି ଆପଣ phrasal verbs use ନ କଲେ ତାକୁ English ରେ express କରିପାରିବେନି. So phrasal verb is very vital. If you know phrasal verbs, you can easily express yourself. Look, spoken English is not about speaking. It is about expressing yourself. The moment you using a lot of phrasal verbs, it comes just like it comes handy for you most of the time, right? Next one is called sometimes using a phrasal verb is the only option to express an idea. There are certain situation in your life ଆପଣଙ୍କର କିଛି କିଛି ଜିନିଷ ଅଛି, କିଛି କିଛି ସିଚୁଏସନ ଅଛି, ମୁଁ ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ଦେଖେଇବି। ଓକେ, ଆଇ ଏମ୍ ଗୋଇଂ ଟୁ ଶୋ ୟୁ ଅପ୍। ତ ଯୋଉଠି କି ଆପଣ ଫ୍ରେଜାଲ ଭର୍ବ ନ ଲଗେଇଲେ ତାର ମିନିଂ ଟା ଆସିବନି, you are not able to get the meaning. And look at the fourth one that I have highlighted it. Native speaker use phrasal verbs all the time. Native speaker, where English is the mother tongue, it's the mother tongue. They use a lot of time, most of the time, all the times. They use, what is called native speaker use a lot of, something called phrasal verbs. Why they use? Because it looks very natural, confidence. So this is something called the four, or you can say like, the positive factors, the pros of using phrasal verbs in a sentence. ଗୋଟେ sentence ରେ ଆପଣ phrasal verb use କରୁଛନ୍ତି ତାହେଲେ ଆପଣ ଏତିକ benefit ପାଇବେ. So why not, you are not using phrasal verbs? ଆପଣ କହୁଛନ୍ତି sir I'm not getting the right kind of phrasal verbs. So let's a few, like, Ashok sir and a lot of people have already gone through that, but it is a revision for you guys. Just closely look at it, because whenever you're trying to speak you are not using phrasal verbs. That's the concern area. Okay, so today we are going to learn verbs with tone. Okay, so what are the phrasal verbs that is available in something called, uh, you know it is required in something called tone. Tone is a phrasal verbs. Okay, tone is a verb. So with that we know something called turn on, turn off, down, turn around, and other thing is called also something turn away, turn into, turn in, and turn off. So a lot of things are there. So I am going to give you the exact meaning and where you can use it. ଦେଖନ୍ତୁ ମୁଁ ଦିଟା ଜିନିଷ ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ କହିଛି, phrasal verb ଯାହା verb ସେୟା ନୁହେଁ. Phrasal verbs are very common in spoken English, very common. Okay, तो ଆପଣ phrasal verb ଯେତେବେଳେ use କରିବେ, we are going to be, you are trying to speak English very naturally. ସେଟା ଭାବନ୍ତୁ, ବୁଝନ୍ତୁ. You are not using, that's what English is not coming that much of, something called attractive. You're just like, these are the, like, Muktikan sir has written something, these are called ornaments. This is something called ornaments of spoken English. ଗୋଟେ ଝିଅଟି ଅଛି ଯେତେବେଳେ ଆପଣ ତାକୁ ornaments ରେ ଦିଅନ୍ତି at the in the wedding time, he looks pretty. So just like that, if you're trying to use a lot of phrasal verbs, it looks very pretty for you. Please try to use it. Okay, so the first things I want to tell you, my friends, the first one is something called turn on. Turn on means it is something called to start a machine. You are trying to say, please start the machine. Don't say start the machine. Please turn on the radio. What is machine? You can say radio, TV, radio, or any kind of machine. You have a lot of machine, refrigerator, a lot of things you are using at home also. That we call it home appliance, right? So there are so many machines are there that is going to help you in your day-to-day life, helping you also every day. So these are the things use turn on and turn off. To start a machine, say turn on radio, turn on the television. Upon going to start kar diya, so start the machine. Don't say start. Look, start is itself is a very, start the race, start the machine, start the journey. So start is a very common word. You are not getting the right kind of words most of the time. So what I want to say you, you can always use the right kind of vocabs. ମୁଁ ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ କହିଥିଲି ଆପଣ ମାନଙ୍କର ସମସ୍ତେ, today also I was talking to one of the lecturer in a college. I don't want to reveal the name. He will be very much with me very soon. Maybe tomorrow she is going to join with you. ତାଙ୍କର ବି ସେଇ problem, ଆପଣ ମାନଙ୍କର ସେଇ problem. You are not coming very naturally. Natural process ରେ English କହୁନାହାନ୍ତି ଆପଣ. You are trying to use certain words that is not coming very natural. Sentence ଟା ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ କିଛି ଲାଗୁନି. ଆପଣ କହୁଛନ୍ତି sir, I want to start radio. ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ଠିକ ଲାଗୁଛି କାରଣ ଆପଣ ଓଡ଼ିଆରୁ ଇଂଲିଶ ଟ୍ରାନ୍ସଲେସନ କରିଦଉଛନ୍ତି. You can say start the race, start eating. So ସବୁ ଜାଗାରେ start ଲଗେଇଲେ କେମିତି ହବ sir? ବୁଝନ୍ତୁ ଟିକେ. ପ୍ରତ୍ୟେକ ଗୋଟେ natural speaking କରିବାର ଗୋଟେ capacity building କରିବା ଦରକାର everybody. So always say turn on. Turn on means you are trying to start a machine. Please turn on the radio, turn on the refrigerator, turn on this, turn on that one, like you are supposed to say. This is the first one. Turn off the same things, to stop a machine. Okay. Please turn off the lights before you go out. Turn off. Okay. I request everybody please the mute their mic, please. Okay. So this is something called turn on and turn off. Right? Turn on means to start a machine. Turn off means to stop a machine. There are two things you learn. Don't use start and stop. Like start and stop happens anywhere. You can use a lot of examples, but whenever it is a machine, you can say start eating, stop eating, start to sleep, stop to sleep, like that. Start the race. No, don't start the race. That is something else. Whenever you want to be a natural native speaker, you are supposed to use a lot of phrasal verbs. The first phrasal verb is something called turn on and turn off. Turn on means to start a machine, and turn off means to stop a machine. Just like turn off the light, turn off the fans before you can move out, like that. Okay. Turn down. Look, there are certain things you reject. Suppose I say you, like, no, I have a very, good job. Will you join? No, no, sir. I don't want to join. So exactly what you can say? You can say, check it out. Reject an offer or request. There is a request and there is an offer also. Suppose, suppose you can say, if you want to go, just, you can take a lift in my bike. You say, no, no, sir. I can go working. I can go working. I don't have any problems. Or sometimes you reject an offer outright. What is that offer? Suppose you are getting an offer from a company to join there. Sometimes you're telling, no, I don't want to join. I want to join another company. So you are trying to reject an offer or request. In that particular things, you can say turn down. Why did you turn down the offer? Why did you turn down my request? Look, whenever you say, I want to reject your offer, look, reject a very common word. I don't find any naturality in it. Just be natural. Why did you turn off my offer? Why did you turn off that particular thing? So turn down means it is something called reject or an offer or request. I've given an examples. You can use a lot of examples accordingly. Okay, as per the situation. You turn down this offer. Why did you turn down my request? Like that. So turn down means you reject. Okay. And turn around. Looks, that's a very good word. Turn around. That's sometimes very interesting and important words also. What is that? Try to find it out. Turn around means to start being successful after having been unsuccessful for a long time. You have been an unsuccessful, you are running a company. It has been unsuccessful for quite some time. तो ଆପଣ ଆସିକି company ଚାଲୁ କଲେ and you become at the helms of the company, you become the manager. Right now company is giving profit. Then you can say, I was able to turn around the performance. So turn around means suppose you are leading a company where you are trying to get a lot of things out of it. You are trying to get means you are trying to make it a successful one. Turn around, that is called turn around. The company, he has spent years turning around the company performance. Suppose you are running a loss making unit. It is a loss making unit for you. So you are no way you are able to making it a successful or profitable venture. So you find a good CEO, and you find, suppose this CEO is the right person who can turn around my company. Turn around means the company was unsuccessful initially and you are trying to turn around. That means making it a profitable venture from unsuccessful to successful one. That will turn around. Look the meaning. And this is a business word. This is a business term. If you are trying to read any newspaper, you are reading, if you have the habit of going through newspaper every day, if you are going to business newspaper, business page, then you can find words like, no, he has been taxed with turning around the company. Suppose I have opened a company, it's a profit, it's making a lot of loss. So suppose I just employed a Sisira sir. So I have employed you as my CEO, or I have given an appointment as the CEO of this company. So your tax is how to turn around the company. Turn around means it was unsuccessful right now. You have to make it a successful venture. Right now it is making loss. You are supposed to make profit. Make loss, make profit. Collocation. You are supposed to use like this. So this is how, look at turn on, turn down, turn around. Four things I have given you. Use it because these are the things you can find it out every day. It's not a one day affair. ଆପଣ ଏଇ ଯୋଉ ଚାରିଟା ଜିନିଷ you are getting every day. This is a every day common phrasal verbs, right? The next one. This is the part one. Let me take you through the part two. Okay. So turn away. Turn away has two meaning. One is called to turn your face so that you cannot look at something or somebody. Suppose you are my enemy. You are my enemy. Suppose I am going the same way you are coming. So there will be head-on collision. So I don't want to look at your face. What I have to do? I have to turn away my face. I turn away. This is called turn away. What exactly how you are telling? So sometimes you have to turn away. Turn away means to turn your face in such a way. It is just look, I'm looking at you right now. I'm looking to you all. Everybody, I'm looking to you all. Suppose I want to turn away. So turn away means look, I am just rotating my neck one and just like 90 degree. It is a 90 degree. I'm rotating so that I cannot see anything. Something is happening, I don't want to see it. So that is called turn away. Why did you turn away? That means why did you turn your face 90 degree so that you cannot see anything? Suppose it happens every day. ଦେଖନ୍ତୁ ଆପଣ ଗୋଟେ horror movie ଦେଖୁଛନ୍ତି. Whenever you watch a horror movie in TV, what exactly happens? If the scene is very horrible, oh my God, like that, you are turning away. So this is called turn away that you are supposed to use. And whenever you are trying to use like this, you become a gifted speaker. That is called spoken English. Oh my God, the scene was so horrible. I had to turn away. Turn away. That means no need of mentioning anything about neck, back, or nothing like that. Look, turn your face so that you cannot look at someone or something. You turn away. Suppose you are me, you are coming from the opposite side. So what I have to do? Like that, so that I cannot see you, you cannot see me. I don't want to look at a face. So that is called turn away. Look, he was so unhappy with me that my boss was so unhappy with me that he turned away. Turn away means he doesn't want to see my face. Like that, you can say. So the first one is called to turn your face so that you cannot look at someone or something. Suppose there is a horrible gory accident on the road. By the way, are going away. If the accident is so inhuman, you cannot check it out. What to look? Oh my God. So this is called turning away. My God, the accident was so horrible, so gory that I could not look at it. I can say turn away. This is called turn away that we are supposed to use. Okay. The next one, not allowed to enter an area. Suppose there is a curfew in an area. There is a curfew is going on. 144 section has been clamped. So what you have to do? You are not allowed to go. Suppose those who have been in Bhubaneswar, they can find it out that when the legislative assembly, Vidhan Sabha, whenever the legislative assembly is on, most of the time, this entire area has been cut off so that there is no untoward incident happens. So that is called they are turned away. Means they are not allowed to enter. Suppose there is a strike at school. So what will happen? The students are turned away. That means they are not allowed to enter into the school area. I have been turned away. Turned away means we are not allowed. There should be some authority. They'll tell, don't come to office. There's a problem. There's a hot there is a strike going on. So they have been turned away. That means they are not allowed to enter into a particular area. That is called turn away. So turn away can be used in two ways. One is called moving your face in such a way that you cannot check anything, so you cannot see anything. The first one. And the second thing is that you are not allowed to enter into an area. This is the second thing. Okay. Right now, turn into. Change into one into another. My well prepared preparation turned into a disaster. Turned into. Like what exactly? From change one things to another. If you put, upon what छोटे example दौची, suppose upon like refrigerator, you have a refrigerator at home. Ice box is there. You are putting water into it and just placing it in the ice box. Just leave it for another 15 minutes. What will happen? It will turn into the water will turn into ice. So that is, it will change, it will convert itself from like to this. Suppose you have an ice box, you are putting it in the, what will happen? It will melt. So after some time, what will you find? It will be completely water. So you can say after placing the ice box in the hot sun, what will happen? It will turn into water. So like that, turn into means it converts, it changes from one place, one things to another. That is called turn into. Okay, and something called turn in, to be go, to be in the bed. Look, whenever you can use it. Let me give you an example. Very interesting things. Turn in, turn in means to go to bed. When you can use it, it is just like you cannot use it in every situation. Upon a particular situation it use career, there must be a particular situation. Look, suppose you are feeling sleepy right now, you are very much feeling sleepy, you don't feel, so you can say, I'll say what happens here. Look, throughout the day I have been working, I feel very sleepy, it's time. You cannot say, I have to say to you, this is the things I have to say. You say, sir, it's the time to turn in. No, you cannot say like this. I have to, suppose ମୋ ପାଖରେ ଗୋଟେ ଛୁଆଟେ ପଢୁଛି, ଆପଣଙ୍କ ଛୁଆ ଆପଣଙ୍କ ପାଖରେ ପଢୁଛି, you can check it out. Look, the child has been working throughout the, there's some sports event at school, so that's why he's not he's feeling uneasy at home right now, so feels like this, he's drowsing, it's a drowsy feel happens like that, like no, you can, say your kid, okay, it's time for you to turn in, it's time for you to turn in, means you are allowed to go to bed, you can go to bed right now. So that is something called turn in. So I should not say that it is time for turn in. No, I should not tell. I can say, look, I'm very sleepy, I need to hit the sack, hit the sack. That is another phrasal verb also, or idioms. I need to hit the sack, I need to go to bed, I need to take rest. But for you to say to me, you can say it's the time for you to turn in. Suppose ଆପଣ ମତେ କହିବେ, like when I feel sleepy like that, you can say, sir, I think your health condition is not good, so for you to turn in. That means you can go to bed or you can take rest. So that is called turn in. It is for the opposite person, it is for the other person to advise me to go to bed. That is called turn in. Not you can use for yourself. Don't use it, it will be completely of no sense at all. ମାନେ ଆପଣ ଯଦି କହିବେ, look, I am feeling sleepy, I have to name, it doesn't augur well in that particular situation. It is for you to tell me. You can say your kid, look, what happens, I am feeling sleepy mama, okay, turn in, got it, turn in, that means go to bed, turn in, go to bed. That is a small word, and that small word is the, it will create magic for you. That is called some, that is called what, don't come out, hang in there, small word, but it has a lot of meaning. Got it? So whenever you say turn in, that means I want you to go to bed. That is called turn in. Okay, what happens here? Oh mama, I have a headache. Okay, turn in, that means you can go to bed, take rest, so that you can recover, you can recover yourself, you can refresh yourself, like that. So turn in, turn in is a small word, just like you can use as an imperative sentence. You know a lot of imperative sentence. Go there, stand up, come here. These are called imperative sentence. All imperative sentence starts with a verb. Get out, imperative sentence. Stand up, imperative sentence. And this imperative sentence are the catchword of all teachers, because they used to frighten students telling like this, why stand up, come in queue. So like that, you are supposed to give command. All the command, advice, all the things comes under imperative sentence. So you can use that in imperative sentence. Suppose your mom, I am not feeling good here, I was okay, turn in. That means you want her or him to go to bed and take rest. So that is called turn in. The simple word can create magic for you. The next one is called turn off. Look, turn off is something called to increase the volume of the sound, and very less people are using it. I don't find. Suppose, look, I'm trying to speak right now. Sometimes you're not able to listen to me. What are you saying? Sir, could you be louder? Do you know the meaning of be louder? You are forcing me to be louder. That's not natural English. You are trying to, force me. Suppose, suppose mom is there, joint ma'am is there. So whatever she speaks right now, suppose I'm unable to understand it, or because the voice quality is very low, or sometimes I'm not able to hear it. It's not audible. So what exactly I can say, madam? Could you please be louder? So be louder means be louder is something called an imperative sentence. As if I'm ordering ma'am to speak louder. So be louder, be happy. So it is a kind of advice, or it can be used in an imperative sentence. So always remember, whenever you are trying to reach somebody, or you are trying to be a normal sentence without any imperative sentence, you can say please turn off your voice. Turn off your voice means increase the volume of your voice. Turn off your voice. I'm sorry, I can't hear you anything. Could you please turn off your voice? Look, this is called natural English. The moment you say be louder, that's you supposed to say, to a small kid. You're supposed to say some small kid. You are not supposed to use it. You're supposed to say something called small kid. Increase the volume of the sound like that. Turn off your voice. I can't hear you. Okay. To appear to be present, don't wait for me. You will never turn off. Okay, so turn up means to be present, or something called you want to be present there. So be louder, don't use it. Please turn off your voice. Turn off your voice, that you are supposed to say. So right now everything is clear. Whatever the things I've given you, it's clear to everybody.
So, to appear or to be present.
To appear or to present, that means turn off. Don't worry, he will turn off very soon. Turn off. Turn off is something called whenever you want to be present. Okay, so don't worry, I'll be turn off very soon. Means I'll be present. ଆପଣ ଗୋଟେ ଜାଗାରେ ପ୍ରେଜେଣ୍ଟ ହେବା ପାଇଁ ଆପଣ କଣ କୁହନ୍ତି? What exactly you want to say? You say, I'll be present very soon. Suppose there is a feast, I want to call you off, and that time you can say, sir, it's possible, will come very soon. Don't worry, I'll be present very soon. So in place present, you can say turn off. I'll be turn off very soon, or he'll be turn off very soon, like that you can say. But don't wait for me. He'll never turn up. That means you'll never be here. You'll not be present here. He'll never come over here. Like that you can say. So whether it is turn off your voice, or something called he'll not turn off. Turn off means you can use in a different way also. Like exactly that is called in the power of something called, what you can say, that is the power of phrasal verbs. So phrasal verbs are very common. Look, you never use this kind of phrasal verbs. I've never find in your spoken English most of the time. You never use it. I don't know why, but you are supposed to use it. Right now, I have given you two different things. Please tell me you have any problems with all the two things. Like the first one and second one. Then we'll go to the third one. You have any doubt? The first and you have any doubt? You can ask me. You take the screenshot right away, and you have any problems, you can ask me right away. Everybody, any doubt? Do you have any doubt? I'm asking everybody. Okay. Others? Jadav sir, Muktikan sir, Prakash sir, everybody. Ashish Babu, it's clear to you? Are you able to use that things? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Clear? Okay. So let me take you the third one. This is something called phrasal verbs, something called with take. That is called tone. This is something called phrasal verbs with take. What is the meaning and how to use it? The first one is something called take through. Take means explain something in a details. What exactly happened? Sometimes it so happens, like you don't understand some things. You don't understand some things. So you can ask me, sir, is it possible for you to take me through that lesson that you taught yesterday? Are you getting my point? So take through means explain something in details. Take through. Could you please take through the things that you have explained me? Suppose I give a statement, or I'm teaching you grammar. You are not able to understand what exactly happening. ଆପଣ ବୁଝିପାରୁନାହାନ୍ତି. So in that particular situation, you can say, is it possible for you to take me through the lesson? Take me through. Through. That is something called explain something in details. Is it possible, sir? Could you please take me through the details? Whatever things you explained, it is not, it is not crystal clear to me. So please, if possible, please take me through the lesson, the same lesson. That means explain me the same things. So instead of explain, you can use take through. Could you please take through me? Sometimes you explain something in details. Okay. Take aside, to take someone away from other people so that you can take you can talk with him. Are you getting my point? What exactly? ଦେଖନ୍ତୁ ଆମେ କିଛି private ଜିନିଷ discussion କରିବାର ଅଛି. You are in a meeting right now. ଅଶୋକ sir ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ meeting ରେ ଅଛନ୍ତି. In the meeting, there are a lot of people are gathering around. ତ ମୁଁ ସାର୍ ଙ୍କୁ ଚାହୁଁଛି କିଛି ମାନେ secret information ଦବା ପାଇଁ. I need to discuss something private information or something very that is not should be open up to everybody. So what I have to do? I have to take you through. That is called take aside. I need to take aside before I can speak something. Take aside means look, take someone away from other people so that you can talk with him. That is called take aside. How exactly you are going to say? ମୁଁ ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ଗୋଟେ ସାଇଡ୍ କୁ ନେଇ କଥାବାର୍ତ୍ତା ହେବା ପାଇଁ ଆପଣ କଣ କହିଥାନ୍ତି? How exactly? You are loss of what? How exactly you are going to? That is called natural English. I need to take aside. I want you to be aside so that I can speak to you. Like that, you have to take aside somebody. Take aside means you are supposed to you bring a particular person away from others. Suppose you are in a you are in virtual session. It's okay, we are away from one another, but think that we are sitting in one place. I want to tell you some things. What I can say, I need to take it aside before I can speak you the very important things. I need to you can say like please say something. You want to say something? Yes sir, I want to say something, but I want to take you aside. I want you to take you aside means take away from other people. That is called take aside. Something called take against, to begin to dislike someone or somebody, no good reason. That's very important. There are certain person in your life, colleague, they are your colleague. What they do, they there is no certain reason involved. No good reason means no solid reason. There is no solid reason is there. You can easily speak to them. They can easily ame jota koche issa kariba, right? So that is something called they take against me every time. I don't know why is always taking against me. Taking against, take against means to be to dislike somebody. There are certain persons, suppose you are performing well at your office, somebody will be turning against you. That is called take against. I don't understand why that teacher is turning against me. Turning against means he started to dislike you for no reasons, no valid reasons. You have not done anything wrong, but they started to take against you. Take against means dislike for no reasons. There should be a reason for your the dislike, but there's no reason has been mentioned. That means it's jealous. So whenever somebody is jealous about you, jealous about your work, jealous about your wealth, jealous about your property, so that is you can say he's taking against everything. He's taking against me. I don't know why. That is called take against. Jealous, feel jealous. Okay. Take off. Take off means to start a new job or accept a new position. So you never use that. Suppose you got a new job. You have assigned a new job. Then you can say, I'm going to take up a new job in the very short.
Take down the charges. Take down.
Okay, take down. Take down means write down. Sometimes you say this is American English. In British English, you say write it. No, write it down. Note it down. Note it down. Write it down. Take it down. They comes are the same things. Note it down. Take it down, and something called write it down. But in a conversation, day-to-day conversation, you use a lot of things called take down. But you don't say like we say write down. We don't say take down. So in American English, it is always used take it down. That means note it down, write down. So both are correct. You can say write it down, you can say note it down, you can say also take it down. So take it down is a modern word. Try to use this one. Okay. Take it down. Write down a piece of information or statement that is very important for you. Suppose I am teaching you something. I can say, guys, you can take down this. What do you mean by that? You can take it down. That means you are supposed to write it in your note so that you can remember it for a long time, or in future reference, you can follow it up. So that is called, something called, take it down. Okay. And take up. Take up means, to start a new job. I'm going to take up a new job. My brother is going to take up a new job in Infosys. My brother is going to take up a new job in state electricity department. My father is going to take up a new job in railway. That means to start a new job. It is a completely new job for you. You are trying. So that is called take off. Take opt means you are trying to start a new job. It's a new joining for you in the corporate sector. That is called or accept a new position. Suppose you have been working, as a assistant, headmaster. So you have been promoted to the next one. You can say, I'm going to take up the new responsibility from coming Saturday. Take off. But you say, I'm going to take the responsibility. No, this is not the right way. Op ର ବି value ଅଛି ମୁଁ କହିଥିଲା there is a difference between op, call and call off, and most people I'm going to call you. No, I'm going to call you off. That's how you are going to use it. Okay. And take on. Take on means fight. India is going to take on Pakistan head on. India is going to take on China. So take on means it's fight. It's just like fight. And basically it's a sports term. You can say India takes on Pakistan on Friday. Whenever it comes to cricket, you can find it on the sports page. You can say India takes on. India will take on, or India takes on, like that. It's an official declare that match will be very soon be there. So it is an official declaration. So you can say India takes on, or India take on if it has not been decided. Very soon, India will take on. Take on means fight. So it's fight means they are not going for fighting. It is just like in sports things. Two team is going to fight for a affected post. That is called take on. And take on you can use anywhere. I don't want to take on with him because he's a very poor fellow here. Take on means fight. In a different word way you can also use it. It's not about war. Try to fight. It can be fight for a position. Suppose there is a particular position at your office, and five people are vying for that particular post. You can say, look, I cannot do anything. You have to take on head on with that guy. If you can perform well, you'll be, assigned that job. Otherwise, that person is going to get. So that is when it is sports. Suppose, Argentina and there's a final match going on, Argentina and some other team. You can say Argentina takes on Brazil in the final. So it is just like a fight. Fight means that is in the sports. Okay. And something called take apart, to separate something into small pieces. Look, I have a mobile phone. It is not working right now. Suppose it is not, happens with everybody. Let me give you an example. Suppose I have a mobile phone. It's not working right now. It's not turning on. So what I have to do? I have to take to the mobile shop, repairing shop. So I'll go there. Then if what is the problem? Then that guy has to take it apart. Take it apart means to separate something in small pieces. First he has to take this cover. Then with a screw he can take it out. The same thing happens with a bike also. Suppose you have a starting problem. You are going, it frequently shut down. It frequently have a problem, breakdown. So you are going to a garage with a mechanic. Then what he will do? Just let me take it out. Take it down means parts oda alga alga kardaba. Parts alga quality janibo. Suppose you have an engine failure. Anything happens to your bike, you don't know. So whenever you are going to a mechanic, what the mechanic will tell? Sir, ମୁଁ ଟିକେ ଖୋଲି ସାରେ ସବୁ ଖୋଲି ସାରିଲା ପରେ ମୁଁ ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ କହିବି କ'ଣ ହେଇଛି. So that is called, he is going to take it apart. Take it apart. Take apart means to separate something into small pieces. You have a lot of things are there. You have to, just separate it. Then you can find out the actual origin. So that is called take apart. That is called to separate everything into small pieces. Take over. That's very important things, and is one of the most misunderstood words. What is that? Take over. ଆମର କିଛି ଦିନ ତଳେ ଟାଟା କ'ଣ କରିଥିଲା ନା ଆମ ଇଲେକ୍ଟ୍ରିସିଟି ଡିପାର୍ଟମେଣ୍ଟ ଟାକୁ ନେଇ ଯାଇଛି ଆପଣ ସମସ୍ତେ କହୁଛନ୍ତି ଆପଣ କହୁଛନ୍ତି purchase, Tata purchase କରିଛି ମାନେ କିଣି ଦେଇଛି. Do you know what is the meaning of it? Is not the right word. କିଣିବା ମାନେ କଣ? Suppose you purchase something, you purchase this one. I purchase it from market, I bring it to my house or my home. So but look at the departmental things. Everything is there. ଆପଣଙ୍କର ଟାଟା ଯୋଉ ମାନେ substation କିଣିଲା ବା ଯାହା ବି ତାକୁ ସେ ନେଲା, so everything is there in the place, only ownership changes. So whenever everything is there in their place, you are not taking at home. ଟାଟା ସେ ସବୁ ଜିନିଷଟା ନେଇ ଯାଉନି ମୁମ୍ବାଇ ରତନ ଟାଟା ଏଇଟା ନେଇ ଯାଉନାହାନ୍ତି, only ownership change ହଉଛି. So that is called take over. To take control of a business. Suppose ଅମ୍ବାନୀ ନୂଆ ବିଜନେସ କିଣିଲେ, ସେ ବିଜନେସ ଯୋଉଠି ରହିବା କଥା ଫିଜିକାଲି ସେଠି ରହିବ, but he is going to take over. Take over means the management part he is going to take. He is the owner, management, because he is going to employ his own person. So that is called take over. Tata took over state electricity board from the government of Odisha. That is called took over or take over. Is going to take over. So taking over means, that means the company will be physically there, but you are taking the ownership. But whenever say buy, you are don't keeping it there. Upon jota except upon jomire kon korchon, you are trying to purchase, you are taking take over. Take over hochi. That's the problem. We don't use right words. Most of the time you are taking the ownership. You are not purchasing it. Look, I purchased this one. You have to bring it home. But whenever you are trying to purchase a company, you are not essentially bringing it at home. It will be there, but you are the owner. Adani right now, controls 75% of the SEG, Special Economic Zone. Adani. Okay. So that means he is not taking all the property to his home. It will be there, but the management will be under him. So that is called takeover. Okay. So next time, whenever trying to, ଆପଣ ମାନେ କହୁନାହାନ୍ତି ସେଟା ଟାଟା କିଣି ଦେଇଛି, ତ କିଣି ଦେଇଛି ମାନେ କଣ, ଆପଣ କହନ୍ତି buy or bought, but Tata bought that company. It's a wrong statement. ଆପଣ ଦେଖନ୍ତୁ ଯାଇକି Oxford Dictionary consult କରନ୍ତୁ, and it is called take over. Adani took over, Ambani took over, the very last took over that particular business. That is called took over, take over, taken over. As per the situation, you can use it. Okay. And take place means happens when your birthday is going to take place, when your marriage is going to take place. So take place means happen. Okay. And take off, to remove something. To remove something, I am going to take off my shoe. Suppose you are trying to enter into a temple. So it is a tradition in Hinduism, like you are not supposed to enter into the temple premises with your shoe. So you have to take off. Means just remove something, right? You have to remove something. The way I'm sitting right now before you, I have to take off my shirt and other things, and use my banian before I can go to sleep. So that is called take off. Okay. And something called to leave the ground and fly. So how exactly you can use it? Something called take off. The take off means, look, leave the ground and start to fly. Take off. The flight is going to take off very soon. Take off. That means this is the ground and this is the flight. It's standing right now and it's trying to take off. Take off. This is called take off, right? So this is all about something called how exactly you can use phrasal verbs. And believe me, phrasal verbs are very important whenever it is to spoken English. But you guys are not using it. Most of the time you are not using, and that's the problem. And that's the problem why, guys, you are not using it. Okay. So if you have any doubt, you can ask me right away. If you have any doubt, you can ask me.